Hello all and welcome back to the channel. It's been a while, 5 years to be exact. I've been on quite a journey with my health, and while things aren't perfect, they're finally starting to settle enough down that I can return to creating videos again, but with a slow start. With Transport Fever 3 arriving in 2026, I thought it'd be only fitting to revisit Transport Fever 2 for one last send-off, aiming to complete a couple of those elusive achievements in pure vanilla. The goal this time is to hit the big spender and museum line. To kick off this run, we'll be starting a new game using the seed MurphyPlays. It's a very large map at a 1-to-1 scale with high town density and medium industry placement for a bit of balance. We'll be playing on the hard difficulty starting in the base year of 1850, with town cargo maxed out at 6 types. And since random industry closure tends to interrupt the flow of things, I've disabled them to keep the logistics clean and focused. So I want this final homage to Transport Fever 2 to stand out from the rest. I've seen some phenomenal transport networks take shape in the later game, but what if we could push the boundaries in the year 1850? So I'm challenging myself to an every product in every city challenge, and only with the 6 vanilla goods per city. Can this be achieved with a set date of 1850? It'll be a minimalist transport theory meets early industrial ambition, and I'm keen to find out if it can actually be done. Let's dive into 1855 and see where it takes us. Okay, so I've had a few test plays and just seen what's what and see what I can actually achieve quickly and easily. And I think the best routes I've found so far is this Whaley Bridge Farm 3 to this Whaley Bridge food processing plant, and then deliver that onto Longtown. And then also the gravel to the construction material sites down in Whitnash, back to Longtown, and then over to Whaley Bridge. I will need to pull in one of these other farms as well, just to supply the food that's going to be required through this route. So let me check those networks in and I'll show you what we come up with. So we've got our first 2 lines set up, the Whaley Bridge farm to the food processing plant, and then over on this side we have got the Longtown quarry connected to the Whitnash construction materials plant. So we're going to try and get these lines to be balanced, and hopefully it won't take too long for these to be balanced, and then we can start looking at getting the next route in after we've got a bit of goods going to the actual production plant. So stay tuned. Okay, so I've just paused it. We've got pretty well spaced out on the grain side, and we've got some production already going on with a bit stored, and then over at the other end we have got a lot stored with production slowly creeping. But what we've also started to see is a downsize on the quarry already. We've only literally gone a year and a bit, so we now need to make sure we've got the demand in place for these in both these towns, so it triggers additional requirements. So this factory or this quarry here should be able to comfortably handle the requirements for this construction plant for these 3 locations. So let me get those lines in. So we're going to have a new line from here, the Whaley Bridge food processing plant, over to Longtown, and then back to Whaley Bridge, and we're going to have this construction materials into Longtown and then return. We might have a couple of stops depending on where they are, just to make sure we get full coverage of the city. So let me set that in and see you in a minute. Okay, so we've got our new routes added. So we've got Whaley Bridge Exchange, that's going to be running food to Longtown, and then we're going to have that first of all drop off at this side of the town and then over at Longtown. Now what we're planning to do here though, so we're looking at getting these construction materials that are being produced here, having those shipped all the way up here, and then hopefully in the future we might be able to get another back load for some of those vehicles going to a different city. So let's just get these balanced, and hopefully we'll be out of debt pretty soon. We have got £300 million deficits at the moment, so let's get rid of that and I'll see you in a moment. Alright guys, so we've got each of these lines now running, and we've got them optimised as much as we can. We are bringing in approximately £1 million every 2 years, and we've paid off our loan. Now I'm looking at the stone quarry here, or the gravel quarry, however you want to call it. We're only shipping out 300 out of the possible 400. and that is basically the max that this will do based on its current circumstances. So I'm thinking we need to up the game slightly by adding a route over to Blackrock. I really don't want to send trucks all the way around or wagons all the way around that way, because that is going to cost me an absolute fortune in trucks. I mean, if we look at some of these lines we've got, so this pink line here, this London, long food, that's 86 vehicles. Even this route from the from Witness North up into Longtown, that's 86 vehicles. That's a huge amount of vehicles moving, which is not great for an old computer like mine. So I think what we'll look at doing is putting a route directly across here so that we can connect into here, so that'll bring in some additional demand. We'll also pick up some quarry or gravel on the way back so that we can drop that off, so we've got another part of the section of the route actually back, so we get a backhaul on a good section of the route. Then my other thought process is we are, as soon as we get there, I think that will increase demands quite quickly for they should upgrade quite quickly based on the construction mats we send in, and I feel that they'll be wanting food next, which means we need to up the food going up here. So at the moment this is just running perfectly. It's not really storing much, and we're not really storing much here for shipping out. So that is all working really well. So I think we need to just put in a couple of routes from this farm and this farm into here, taking out those trucks, and then over here we need to put a train route between the Longtown South quarry and the construction mats, so that we can improve the speed of the delivery and also get a reduction of the amount of moving parts in the game. So let me pause this. This is going to cost quite a lot of money, so I will get on with it and I will see you in a moment. Okay, so I've taken a huge gamble here. Not only have I just connected this first existing route or transferred an existing route to a train, I've also added an additional station and a new farm to deliver food here. Also, this route over here, I've got everything all ready to release, and we've spent all our money plus every single penny the bank will borrow us. So the trains are not exactly how I want them, but we'll see how it goes. Let's just unpause this and see how much trouble we get into early on. Now, I'm not going to be selling these vehicles. I'm going to be transferring them to a different line. So as these trains come out, I think I started this one with a 92 capacity, because I have a feeling that's what we can. Oh dear, platform's a bit too short. I need to modify that shortly. And then we've got a smaller train here that's doing the bigger distance, which doesn't make sense. But it will all work out in the end, as long as everything starts bringing in money. So we've already got goods being dropped off here, so I think it's time to start moving as many of these to the other routes, because I really don't want anything else picking up from here. So let me just do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we are got a bit of a backlog with trucks going into the new depot here, or joining this route, but we've got these trains running quite nicely at the moment. I think time will tell how profitable we're going to be, but we're already out of the red. We did drop down to about 600,000 deficit. I've not bought any vehicles, I've not sold any vehicles, I've just transferred them onto the line. So they're old vehicles going onto other lines. And we've got a glut down here on this route because I forgot about to put them on this route initially. So as that the demand here increases, we will get more and more of these vehicles transferred over, and then hopefully we will make a load of money. Oh, already down to minus 400,000 again, typical. But we've got a couple of trains that are coming in. These are making quite nice money. Okay, 600,000 with operation expense of 460. So Yikes, that's not as well as I'd like, and we're back down to 600,000 again. I have a feeling it's probably because we've got so much going on here. Let's just make sure we see this vehicle hasn't fully loaded yet, so we could probably knock off a couple of carriages off here. So let's just see what it's picking up as it leaves, and then maybe I'll drop those carriages and see if I can put them on the other one without losing too much money. Because I don't really want to have to send it to the depot to take it off, but I might have to just to save on a few pennies here. So what we're picking up, so we've got 4 carriages spare. Right, so after he drops off, I'm going to send him in to drop those 4 carriages off, and then the other train I'll send in to pick those 4 carriages up, and hopefully we will it'll work out quite nicely. Here we come, and make sure I select the train, and once he's fully unloaded. Okay, and I'm going to put a signal here because I can't afford it. Typical. I'm caught behind this train. Okay, that's fine. We'll let that. Actually, do you know what? Let's pop him back in here. So we want him back on that transfer. There we go. And then we'll send this other train in first, and then it gets it off the track, and we get another delivery in of grain from the other place. So yeah, 64 is not enough on that line. We probably need multiple trains to be able to properly service it. Let's just send you to the depot. And we'll probably get to more of a full load now because we've had that little bit. Oh no, only 76. That's interesting, even though we had a slight delay. That's very interesting. Okay, well I'm going to drop off the 4 carriages to start with. Hopefully we'll have enough money later on to purchase or do whatever we need to on that. So, although, do you know what? I'm just going to transfer this to the other line, and then I don't have to worry about anything or messing around at all. So let's just do that. Okay, let's get you onto transfer 2, and we'll pop you on transfer 1. You've got out of the station first, which is perfect. That will work a little bit better. How much food we got here? We've only got 46, only 36 grain, so we do need to get a lot more in. Hopefully this will, yeah, we've got loads there. What have we got going on here? Oh my goodness me, that is right. Let's get a load of these trucks transferred over. Right, I'll see you in a moment. Okay, just giving you a bit of an update. We are still not out of the woods. We need to add more carriages to each of these trains to actually get them to be more profitable. We're leaving loads behind at these stations, and we need to do something about that. We've got this train down here. I've added a couple more carriages to it. We've sorted out a lot of the backlog issue here to split the trucks onto the 2 different routes. We seem to have it quite sorted, although we have just got a massive a backlog of construction materials because a few vehicles were trying to cut through here to join this route here. So now we've got that. Let me just move those onto that route. I had to send them back to the depot just so that they didn't hold up this route more than it should be. Yes, see what I mean? We're literally just getting out the woodwork, or getting out the out of debt just as we see if I can. Right, let me pause that. Let me just get a few more carriages on some of these trains. So you've got 92 and you've left 140 odd. Wow. And you've got where are you? You've got 64 and you've left 100. So let's get you, manage you first. Let's just add a couple more carriages. Let's get you up to, what can we afford? Can we get another one? Yeah, we can. Okay, that's that one sorted. We'll see how that number drops, and then we can transfer the carriages onto the other train, and we'll sort out the platforms shortly, because probably what I'll do is I'll probably split the trains. Yeah, so that's just right, that one is. But I'll split the trains where the carriages are outside the platform, or I will split the train altogether and put it into two, specifically on this one here, because I think this is going to take a while to get cleaned up, and I haven't got the money at the moment to be able to add a double track on here. So the only thing I can do is add a couple of other vehicles onto, or carriages on, and I think that's probably all. Can I do two? Yeah, I can do two. Excellent. Those 8 make all the difference, he says. So loading speed's terrible, but it gets terrible, the worse as you further out of the. Oh, look at that! We've got 46 on here. So let's see about sending some of these onto the other route. Let's get you onto Black Rod. I keep calling it Black Rock. But what we should start seeing is some of these vehicles bringing food down, I'm hoping. Okay, so what's happening at the moment is we're picking up, we're taking off the construction mats, we're picking up gravel and dropping that off. But what we should also see is on this route, we should hopefully see, not yet, some food coming down, because we've got demand now over here for food, but do I actually capture it in where I'm delivering? Do I need to put another stop in to tell me? So at the moment we're not capturing it at all. Where is that food? Where are you? So that's all we're capturing. I do not see the food. Ah, there it is. Okay, so there is a bit of food there. So if I add in another stop when I get a bit of money, and there we go. Right, okay, I'm going to drop another one in over here, just so that this route can have managed line. Okay, after you've been to New Street East add station, let's drop you off there. Okay, perfect. It's not ideal. What are you telling me? What's wrong? Passengers. Ah, I've put a passenger. I do that sometimes. I get picked the wrong. And I've got no money now. That's just typical. There we go. So it's in. So we can get that food demand working its way down. So in other words, we'll have a backhaul from here down with all the way down here with some food, and we'll start seeing this on this route as well. So it should work out to be more profitable. Right, okay, so we've got enough for a couple more carriages. Let's go over here because we are 108 here. Let's get a few more on this one. Can we get another? No, we can't get another one. Okay, another 12. That should hopefully bring it down. Now, normally when I play these games, or when I play the game, I don't generally keep vehicles, but because we're on hard, and because it's so blinking expensive to buy new vehicles, and we're not replacing them when they get old at the moment, because we're just sticking with the high maintenance that we have on them, I think it's a case of I can't afford to sell it and then just rebuy them where I want them. So it's a case of just managing what we can. Okay, so let's knock that down quite substantially. It'll be interesting to see what that does next time round. And what we've got going on here. So we've got how much? We've got 218. Right, 1 second. What I think I might do as soon as I get some money I'm going to actually double this track, and I'm going to split this train down, so we can start building it up on multiple. I'll let you actually get down here before I do it. So you land. Hopefully I'll have enough money from this drop. How much are you bringing in? So you're not bringing in that much. Okay. Okay, we've got 500,000. Let's get this done, because I think this is something we really do need on this track. So let's drop you out over here and take it all the way over. And I'm probably going to stop about here and then bring it in. Okay. The reason for that is because I want to be able to bring this platform down a bit further, and I'd rather have as much space here as possible. Let's get our signals in place. So we're going to be travelling up this direction, and that's a good length. So let's get, oops, yeah, that. I can't imagine having more than 2 trains on here at the time, but it's a case of I think 2 trains will manage it quite happily, but there's no harm in having multiple multiple signals. And what have we got going on here? Can we do the same for this one, because this is quite drastic. We should have the money, so let's go for it. Let's bring it in from this side. So take you out. And I think do exactly the same on this one, bring it on the bridge. Whatever it's happy with. Come on. You're not happy. Okay, let's take you back slightly. And try again. Yeah. Perfect. Let's get those signals in. And same this way. And same that way. Okay, so we've got 22,000, right? Okay, so when we bring this train in, we'll send him straight to the depot. Come on, click on you, and we'll split him up, and then we can add more carriages to it. And hopefully we'll get 2 trains running with quite a decent. Hang on, I spotted something there. Something was wrong. Let's just check the line is working correctly. Here it is. Okay. Thought I saw a bit of track that wasn't working. Okay, that's right as well. Okay. Here he comes in. And how much we got here? We have got tons. So we kind of want to make sure we've got 2 trains running with about 100 on it. We've got 108 on here. But I think if we split it to start with, we can get more. Let's manage this. So let's move him down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make sure we've got. That'll do. Actually, I'll knock it down to, yeah, that'll do to start with. So let's pop you straight on here, and then start it again, and then he can come out afterwards. And as we get the money, we'll be able to add extra carriages onto the second train, and we'll be staying within the platform length, which is what I like. And also we'll be able to get more consistency of stone down or gravel down here. How are we doing here? We're doing okay. Everything's we're keeping up with the actual production, which is good. And what we're doing over here, 72, we've got 80, so that might need tweaking. And what have we got down here? We've got 182, so yeah, we definitely need some money to actually get some more trains, and we've missed this one. Okay, that's fine. Let's get back to the other ones. Can we do the same to this one? Yeah, while we've got the money, let's buy a few more carriages, and then I'll split it after this run. 600,000, nope, that's too much. Go for it. Okay, so now that's saying it's going to be poor, which is interesting. So I don't normally let my trains get that far down. Okay, I think this is going to take a bit of time, so I'm going to let you go and I will speak to you shortly. Okay guys, so we've gone forward a little bit in time. We've paid off our loan and we've got about 7 million in the bank. I've noticed that we've had a slight slump on the grain to the food processing plant because we didn't have enough demand, so I put in another line in to Whitnash. So this was going down this long way until I had enough money to actually just put a straight road in. So that is now actually working quite well. We're shipping goods quite quickly on there. We've also got a slight tweak to Longtown, put another road in across this way so we can direct the traffic away from this corner, because we did have trucks coming in this direction and going out in this direction. So this basically makes this route a lot cleaner for traffic passing. So I think we are getting to the point where everything is ticking over quite nicely. We're making close to £1 million a year, and I think it's time we saved up a bit more money and then looked at regional distribution centres, because we've got this, where is it? We've got these two towns, both demand machines, which we can build here. We've got a nice little loop to a sawmill and down to tools, so we can produce tools for up here, or we've got exactly the same options here. And we've got, if we make that wood here, we can bring it down over here, and if we make steel, we've got a coal and ore on this side that can bring it to the steel mill, and then we can ship that down to here, and then start producing machines and get those shipped around the cities. Now, I do like the use of regional network or distribution points. We have got quite a lot of vehicles on the road now, so if we look at all, we're now up to 350 when the idea was to reduce them with the trains, and we've got no cancel. And then if we look at our trains, we've got 5 trains running, all not in very good condition. But we made a slight tweak to this to make it single carriage, because we had enough stone coming from this quarry in to keep it running, and we are shipping out whatever this quarry gives us. So yeah, so I think what we'll do is leave it there for this episode. Thank you for watching. Leave in the comments below where you think I should put a regional depot, whether we should go for 2 in between these 3 towns and another one over here, and link them together so that we can get all the goods that are being produced between the 2 of them to each of these 6 cities. Or do you think we should start looking some further out on the map to connect up a few more other networks so that we can actually get more money in than we're currently doing? Anyway, let me know in the comments, and until next time, that's Murphy out.